What's up, Valentina? And what's up, Lexa? I'm doing all right. How are you doing? I'm flossing my teeth. Hold on. What's up, Kate? We watching this right here. Hold on. Let me put it up. My phone slipping. I'm gonna see if they'll let me put it in my background as the thumbnail. This right here. It's that murder mystery junk. Can y'all tell what this is? Probably not. You can't even see it for real. This right here. I put it as the description. This summer is going good. It's on Netflix. American Murder. I'm gonna put it on the thing. American Murder. Gabby Petito. Petito. I've been long since I watched it. About it's been long. Ayuba Godwin. It has been a minute. What's up, Camille? How you doing? Um, yeah. What's up, Mackenzie? I don't live stream every day no more. I stopped live streaming every day. My last day live streaming every day was on Saturday. So I live stream on Friday, and then I took Saturday and Sunday off. So now I'm just live streaming like Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. But I'll probably live stream like randomly on Tuesdays and Thursdays too, depending on what I got going on. But like for my minimum, I like every day. Obviously, it's not realistic to do that forever. So I'm just gonna be live streaming like 3 days a week whenever I can. But then I'm also be doing these like live reactions. Like this morning I live stream at the gym and I'm live streaming tonight. Um, and that the reason why I'm doing it like that is because there might be some days where I want to work out without live streaming. So I could live stream like on Mondays in the morning or at night if I want to do twice a day, or I can do once a day, one or the other. Ron, you talking to me? Cause ain't no way you talking to me. Come chill with me on your off days. Nah, bro, I'm straight. Now I'm finna pull you up. Now I'm finna pull you up, T. Don't try to run now, T. I'm finna pull you up. Everybody finna see who you are. See if I can find you. Go to your channel. Let me see what you got going on, Tay. Dang, Tay. You look like a whole baboon, bro. Why you do it like that? Who is it? What is this? I can't even see. I don't hang out with monkeys, bro. What's up, Jerry? Outfit check crazy, y'all. I got on this I think this a UFC shirt. I'm just got this on in some Christmas pajama pants. Like we just chilling in the house. Why y'all want to see what I got on, bro? I don't be getting dressed. I'm about to sit in the bed. What's up, Cookies? How you doing? Regina done changed her name again. Yeah. It's a Mighty Mouse shirt. Yeah. Is that who that is? I don't know. This is my husband's shirt. This my husband's shirt, bro. I wore this shirt earlier when I took the boys. I was sitting in the garage. I had it on earlier, but I had changed my pants because my pants wasn't really John Jones shirt. My pants wasn't comfy. I ain't want to wear my pants in the bed, so I wanted to wear something a little more loose. So I'm just chilling, you guys. I'm a little tired, no cap. But I'm gonna give y'all a couple more minutes, let a few more people come in so we can start this documentary. I ain't never seen this one before. Wait, is that John Jones? LOL. I really thought it was Mighty Mouse. Yeah, no, I'm like, I think it's a boxer or somebody. UFC, I think. Ain't it? Are you okay? Yeah, Regina, I'm good. I'm about to put some lotion on my face though. My face dry. Yeah, I baked the bread. Who was in my live stream earlier? I told you I was gonna bake bread. I did. I baked that bread, bro. I'm gonna make a little a video for y'all. I'm gonna post it whenever I edit that. I'm gonna post it, bro. I'm gonna post the video. I flossed, but I have not brushed my teeth yet. I'm gonna brush my teeth later, bro. How many steps I got? I ain't even been getting my steps for. I've been trying to just like go hard with weightlifting, and then what you call? Oh, I'm almost at 10K. I haven't even been wearing my watch all day. I'm trying to even. I got a little tan. I've been trying to even it out. It look way better now. But you already know I got two waters, and I'm still finishing like my little my Coke Zero. So I got 3 cups on me. You already know. This one almost empty. This one earlier. And this one my nighttime when I just filled this up. This one from earlier in the day, and this one for nighttime. Hey, Justin, you just the person I was waiting on. What's up? Welcome to the chat, Jay. How you doing, baby? How you doing? Say, yo, what's up, Bebo? Ain't been feeling too good today, but I had to stop in for a look. Yeah, we gotta watch the documentary. Justin, it's gonna make you feel better. No, I don't smoke no dope. I don't need to, honestly. Like when I get like right now, I'm tired and I low key feel intoxicated because I'm tired. And I'm also just like I could vibe off of anything. Like I could just vibe. Like if I want to be mellow and chill and vibe, like I'm tired, it's dark, it's kind of dark out. Yeah, I could just be chilling. I don't need to smoke. You know, I had recommitted my life to Christ about 2018, something like that. Had let it go, and then I had a little backslide a little bit, and then but I don't do that junk no more. I like to be in my right mind. I'm also a mother. Like I just feel like I got kids, you know what I'm saying? So I need to like right now I'm at home by myself with my boys, you feel me? Like some pop off, I'm the one that they gonna be running to. I can't be out here, you know, tweaking, rich, rich. The Bible do call us to be a sober mind though. They do say that. You gotta be a sober mind. That's getting drunk too. That's why I don't really drink like that, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm about to pull up my little junk. It's right there. As soon as I pull it up, it's coming up. No cussing in the chat. Who cussed? Oh yeah, Rich cussing. What's up, Taylor? What's up, Ashley? How you doing? Rick said respect. No, I told you I'm not drinking in the whole month of June. But I got some Diet Coke, some regular Coke Zero. Oh, you got scoliosis here, yeah, yeah. I mean, the knee pain definitely was, was less noticeable. That's for sure. But I also just lost some weight. So like for my issues like inflammation and stuff like that, I still be having knee pains, but it ain't like chronic pain. I don't have no chronic pain. You want some Diet Coke? I only got a little swig left, the Coke Zero. Bye, Regina. Love you, baby. Have a good night. What's up, May? All right, y'all. We finna watch it. I'm about to watch this dang on. I'm about to watch. I'm gonna try to see how many episodes I can get. Hopefully, I can watch all three. I'm gonna just binge that jump. I don't know what time Bay should be getting home. I'm trying to watch it before he get in the house. It's 10 after, so we finna turn it on. Let me get in the bed. I'm real tired today, y'all. Like I've been humping, like I I went to the gym, homeschooled, baked some bread. I baked some bread. I cooked, cleaned, took the kids outside. Yeah, I've been doing all kinds of stuff. Like, now I ain't live streaming every day, bro. I've been busy. I feel like I'm more busy without the live stream. Uh, I feel like the live stream started slowing me down. Live streaming started slowing me down because then I be trying to talk to y'all while I'm doing everything. I couldn't get stuff done. Now I'm locked in. I can do all the things. Girl, guess what? I beat cancer last week. You beat the whole cancer? That's crazy. What kind of cancer did you have? Y'all, I need to do my hair though. Y'all see that? It's time for a twist we. It Bebo be baking off for real. I made the look. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find it for you, Rich. I already made the little thumbnail because I was following this little tutorial with this old lady. I made a little thumbnail. It say Bebo. It's backwards. Hold on. Here you go. It say Bebo be baking. No need homemade bread with me. I'm gonna post that video. I'm gonna post that video hopefully soon. Stage one cancer. Well, I mean like where at in the body. Where at in your body was the cancer is what I meant. My bad. If I didn't make sense in my question. Great minds think alike. Hey, I ain't even gonna cap Rich. And when I did it, I was thinking about you though. You be baking bread now? I'm telling you, I don't look. I like to stay busy. You feel me? So like, as soon as I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to live stream every day for the rest of my life, and so as soon as like I decided to take that little step back from live streaming every day, I'm just gonna fill my time with something else. Like I'm not gonna just be sitting around doing nothing. Like, so today I baked bread. I've been recording reaction videos, making videos. Y'all know I'm gonna do my hair and nails. I be cleaning up, like I be doing all kinds of stuff. And that's what's up. Yeah, who said that in May? May, our congratulations on that. I pray that you stay in recovery. And I'm glad you were able to catch it soon. Y'all know, some of y'all know lung cancer what took my daddy. So that junk so for me. That's a so subject. Father's Day was yesterday. Whoever got y'all tell y'all daddies happy Father's Day, man. Make sure y'all tell y'all daddies y'all love them. Papa D. That's my daddy now. That's what my son called my daddy, Papa D. All right, y'all. We finna watch this documentary, y'all. That was a typo. That was a typo, Rich. I'm assuming. But the child, like the ignorance in me, like it's a serious moment. It's a very serious moment. But then I read lunch cancer, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm trying to be serious. We trying to be serious, Rich. And you in the chat talking about lunch. Thank you, May. God bless you. Appreciate you. All right. Just you want to chat? Yes, word. Okay, wait, wait. Y'all ready to watch the documentary? I'm finna start it now. Starting now. Let's get it. Currently doing 45 miles an hour. Oh, hold on. Let me start over. What I miss? All right, y'all. We finna start this American murderer, Gabby Petito. American murder, Gabby Petito. It happened in Moab, Utah. Drove by the gentleman was slapping the girl. He was slapping her? Yeah. And then he was slapping her? It's showing some obscure driving, possibly intoxicated. Obscure driving. 45 miles an hour. Zone through here is 25. Oh. 45 into 25. Subject hit the curb. Ah, shoot. After engine, go ahead and set your keys on the dashboard. All right. What's your guys' names? Gabby. Gabby, Ryan. Okay. What's going on with Ryan? I just kind of just been fighting this morning. Personal issues. It's a long day. We were camping yesterday and camping got blood and stuff. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hit the bump there. I was distracted from driving. I'm sorry. Can I get you to step out of the vehicle for a minute? No, so much fun. I really bad OCD, and I was just cleaning and crazy upside down for it, and I was apologizing to him and saying, "I'm sorry that I'm so mean. I'm sorry if I'm in a bad mood. I just really stressed. I had so much." Oh shoot! For a living. Just in my job to travel across the country, and I'm trying to start a blog. Okay. So I've been building my websites. I've been really stressful. Hey, after one, you gonna want to watch them all. Hey, that's my plan. Is trying to watch them all tonight. Calm down. But I'm perfectly calm. I'm all the time. Why don't we do this? Why don't I sit you down in the backseat of my car? You're not in any trouble, okay? I'm not gonna be putting handcuffs on you. You obviously don't have any weapons. I'm gonna get you into the air conditioning, let you take a breath, relax a little bit. Good job, cop, for being like, hey, good job for the cop to being like, let's separate y'all. Heard from police. Petito disappeared while on a cross-country road trip with her fiance Ryan Bondry. Oh, she disappeared? Right? She's such a cute girl. Oh, so, oh yeah, they're a social media couple, right? It's this right here. This is what we're watching. I have it there. I just started it. If you guys want to watch with me, put it on, turn it on. We can watch it together. Kind of weirded out. I don't know what's going on. I knew something bad happened. Two people went on a trip. One person returned. Two people went on a trip. One person returned. What happened to Gabby? Television screen was Gabby. I was screaming. What did he do? He seems to be holed up with his parents, and he's not speaking with her family or investigators. Off the front. Any questions about his parents? What do they really know? Do you think they're involved? Your parents? No. I mean, imagine if it was their son that was missing. Oh, well, you gotta find out. The happiest people on social media usually have the darkest skeletons in their closet. Hey man, don't be pulling out no skeletons out the closet, y'all. I don't want them. You can keep your skeletons. You can keep the closet. You could keep the skeletons and the closet. I don't want neither one, shawty. I don't want neither one. It is 3:20. We're heading to the hospital. I think he's having a baby. Gabriel will be coming out soon. There's Joe, the nervous daddy. That's right. And the next time you see the film, we'll be running out the house. Who these people? Gabby was born March 19th. Oh, those are her parents? We named her Gabrielle Venora Petito. The moment she... Oh, her parents are young. She was loud. She was loud. Yeah, I'm cold. Where was Gabby's family? I don't know.
She gave me a run for my money. I was 20 years old when I had Gabby. Joe and I stayed together until Gabby was about 6 months old.
Thank you for the star, Carly. Hey, I saw some other people send gifts. Who else sent a gift? Thank you for the star, Carly. Who else sent a gift? Who else sent a thing? Thank you for the gold coin, Armando and Candy. Thank you for the gold coin. God bless you guys. Yeah, I'm cold. It's cold in here.
Gabby was in preschool. As soon as I gave her something to write with, she was drawing pictures.
Okay, she could draw. She was artistic.
Spread all of her artwork on our kitchen island, and she would just
rain and storm crazy. Yeah, it's not the greatest weather out here either.
When she got older, it came so naturally without even giving it any thought. She'd just be sitting there, and then you'd look down 10 minutes later, and she has this amazing piece of art.
That's what's up.
When Gabby went to high school, she really fit in with the art community there.
When I met Gabby, I was a freshman in high school and she was the grade above me. I remember being excited because she was one of my first girlfriends. When we were in a group, it was a lot of guys, so it was nice to have her to kind of balance out all that high school boy energy. A lot of our guy friends were the cooler.
What happened to
kids?
Gabby?
Especially, he looked 10 years older than he actually was.
Don't want blue people. What's up, Ricky? I'm watching this documentary.
And was like, there's a narc in our high school. Like, this guy, he can't be 16. He's got to be someone undercover right now. Well, after graduation, Brian shot me a text and said, please let's get together. He was unsure of his plan for the next few months. He didn't want to go to college. He was working, just living to survive. After he had graduated,
He does look old.
In his car. He was staying with our friend on his couch, and
That's what I'm trying to find out. Tinarius.
Stay with us. We had gotten very close.
Why they was close? That's the friend of. He was close. The boyfriend was close with the friend. It's weird.
One day, Brian and I built a desk in my room together. He had left a note in the desk. It said, you're either my best friend or the love of my life, and I'm too dumb to tell the difference. It was a little tricky because I saw Brian kind of like a brother, very close friend. And I think that's kind of sort of the catalyst of when we kind of started to not grow apart, but we just weren't as close anymore.
Oh, she dodged that bullet, huh?
He decided that he was going to get a townhouse.
Who cussing? Thank you, Jess.
Brian, I remember, tells a story about how Gabby was going to the deli. Brian spotted Gabby, pulled over, ran up to her. Brian describes it as love at first sight.
Thank you, Ty. Appreciate you.
Gabby described it as the same. It was like just they.
Look at you. Look at you. We just tell you.
Yeah, he did. His hairline started to recede early. That's what makes him look young. And he's hairy.
I had heard about Brian while Gabby was in high school. Some friends that she hung out with were friends with Brian. I didn't realize that that was the same Brian until she reminded me.
Whoa.
We would ask her, "Are you dating Brian? Are you not dating Brian?" She's like, "No, no, we're just friends."
I have this one video of Brian playing the guitar to Gabby before any of us knew that they were dating, and it was just like, looking back now, it's like, how could I be so blind?
Ooh, sushi on the beach sounds amazing. K Kicks, if you're listening, I want some sushi on the beach. Okay.
Quiet,
Quiet.
kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Shook your hand, looked you in the eye.
Yeah. I liked him. Mark your calendars, guys. 2019. One day, Gabby came to me and asked what I thought of her moving to Florida with Brian. I remember
Good night,
saying,
Jeff.
I guess you guys are a thing now. She really hadn't come out and said, we're definitely dating. So she said, yeah, mom, we're dating. He's my boyfriend. And I was like, it's kind of quick. Are you sure? The next day, she was down in Florida. I think Brian has something to do with that.
Wait, who is that couple?
He made it on the road.
I missed who the other set of adults are interviewing her. Justin, who is the other group of, it's like two parents. It's like her mom and dad, I thought, and then it's like another set. Are those Brian's parents?
Nissan Sentra. I was like, you're gonna drive that car all the way down there? Oh, they're so nice. It's 91 degrees right now. Talk about you, baby, burning hot.
Oh,
Oh.
I went to the greenhouse that Brian had worked at.
That's the part that's even wild because they have all this footage because they documented so many things.
They had sat down, planned the rest of their life together. The next day, they were gone.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Jeff, these documentaries be having me locked in, baby. And me locked in, buddy.
Look at this. We got all the lights going. Yeah, there we go.
Now I want to go to Florida. Oh, it's the year my son was born. Okay, so they've been dating 9 months now. It's December.
To his nephews and his sister passing. Brian's parents were a little bit older when they had him. His sister was about 10 years older than Brian.
Okay. So he's got older
Brian's
parents.
moved to Florida too. At first, Gabby seemed to be enjoying it. Brian's mom, Roberta, was sweet. She
Oh no, yeah, that's crazy. I agree with that, Africa.
but then started getting comfortable and not treating her as nicely.
She was out there by herself.
Gabby and Brian were spending together.
They live together.
Seems very odd.
The mom's jealousy. Uh-oh.
He told me that at the dinner table, Brian's mom was freaking out that nobody was focusing on her pies. I think she got mad and wasn't even talking to them. I thought that was really strange.
How you doing?
Gabby started to feel very awkward and was not comfortable there soon after.
So go home.
In the mail from the post office that her address was changed back to our address. I texted her and I said, did you change your address back to home? Are you moving back here? And she said, no, I didn't change it. I said, so who did this? And she said, I think it was Brian's mom, but we don't want to talk about it.
The beginning of 2020, I was on Bumble for friends because I didn't have friends, so I didn't have much to do. Gabby reached out to me. She said, "You seem fun as hell. LOL. What's up?" And I said, "Not much. I'm just interested in everything. What's up with you?" And it was the same, "Not much. Watching Third Rock from the Sun with my boyfriend." just said that sounded amazing. We started messaging each other, and from there we were together at least twice a week.
To meet a friend on Bumble sounds bizarre to me.
We didn't do much, but to us it felt like we were having the time of our lives. I got my service human. Nobody knows. She's been with me all day. Nobody knows. I worked at Domino's as a delivery driver, and Gabby would just sit in the car with me and ride around. When I met Gabby, I was at one of the lowest points in my life. And it's just not. So are you like worried that I'm going through something?
Please, what?
I just saw the bad and everything, and she made me realize I should be seeing the good. I never had somebody make me feel so important and that my life mattered.
Don't stop. What?
We were hanging out so much. She was like, Brian wants to meet you. I was like, okay. Hey, little birds. We were all going to the beach together. And he kind of just sat back there and read his book while Gabby and I hung out. It felt like a parent was watching us on a play date. It was very weird, but he was very nice. I do remember coming home and saying to my mom, she's like, how was it? How was her boyfriend? And I was like, he's a really nice guy, but there is something off about him. And that just started becoming more and more clear as our friendship progressed. Brian had a very dark side of him.
What you talking about, Camille? I'm watching this show, y'all. Oh, they shooting guns.
Even
How are
though
you just shooting?
you could see it.
Okay, those are characters he drew. Look, goodness gracious. That was a bit of a stretch.
When I was around Gabby and Brian, they seemed like a loving couple. But when Gabby was with
What does
just
a
me,
regular Joe mean? I have a husband. He's
one night I waited an hour and a half for Gabby so we could go line
what does that mean to be a regular Joe?
40-minute drive. So I was like, what is
And what's the opposite of a regular Joe?
I had gone
A non-regular Joe?
and then
What's
realized
that mean?
D was not normal. So she went back to the house. And I just remember getting the text message. I'm so sorry I'm running late. Brian stole my ID. I'm sobbing right now. Brian admitted that he stole it because he didn't want her to go out. She was so upset and she kept saying, we were fighting. And I'm like, but why? And she just would start sobbing again. No explanation. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
It sure don't. What's up, ASAP? How you doing?
Brian would
Love that.
give her a bunch of things.
You famous? Would you date? I'm not famous.
Treat her. But then he'd do this amazing, sweet thing. And
I'm a normal person, just a regular
I
person.
don't deserve him.
I don't
had
like
one of
fame.
the strongest heads on her shoulders. But when it comes to somebody that you love and believe is going to be the person you're with for the rest of your life, and they shower you
Yeah,
with
my
all these
husband's just a
amazing
regular working
things,
person. He's not
it can make you blind to see,
in the public
oh, he
light.
was just making you cry earlier today. He was just making you feel like unworthy of his love, just to then turn around and be like, look what I did for you.
That's what we're trying to figure out. I think she got killed. So Gabby and Brian dated 1 year and 3 months. Do I like this show?
He was just so happy.
The documentary is interesting.
On proposing. He had this big grand plan. They went away somewhere middle of nowhere. There was a big lake and there were deer and wildlife. And they just said, this is so beautiful. What if we just get engaged here? He got down.
No, people don't. When I go outside, people don't, like random people don't notice me.
Landed on her ring finger.
My son was just saying that because somebody had approached us
wanted us to be
at the store the other day who my husband didn't know, but it was actually my great uncle's wife. um, and so my son had never met her before, but she came up and she was like, "Oh my goodness, Donovan, you're getting so big." She was like, "I see your videos online all the time, and I can't." And he was like, "Oh my goodness, mom, like a random person knows us from YouTube." I said, "No, no, no, baby. That's your great aunt. You just never met her before, or you haven't seen her since you were a baby." And he was like, "Oh, dang it, mommy. When are random fans gonna notice us at Walmart?" And I'm like, "Hopefully never."
Gabby's hand. So that was a little bit shocking. She didn't want to tell anybody. I thought that was really strange.
I was dumbfounded, to be honest. I really wasn't ready for that. I wasn't expecting that.
Hold on, y'all. I missed what I was saying. What they said. Y'all be trying to pay attention. It's hard to pay attention and talk.
proposing with a firefly landed on her ring finger. He said that's how we knew the universe wanted us to be together. Was because nature wanted us to be together.
Why was he proposing with no ring? I mean, you don't need a ring to get married, but he had like a grand proposal or like a planned proposal with no ring.
From Brian's mom. I remember texting Gabby right away and I said, "Whoa, you're engaged?"
Why not get some type of symbol?
Proposed to me while we were camping. It was really sweet. And then I said, "Well, where's your ring?" And she said, "Oh, I don't have a ring yet. We'll get one." I immediately asked Joey, and he had no idea. Brian never asked for Gabby's hand. So that was a little bit shocking. She didn't want to tell anybody. I thought that was really strange.
Oh no, Gabby's parents aren't married, so it's Gabby's mother and her stepmother,
In the beginning, Gabby,
not his parents.
excited. But as time went on, she kind of lost that excitement.
They had other plans. They wanted to travel, they were set on it. They were like, we don't care when we get married. We just know we're going to get married. Let's just start living our lives.
We bought a van, a 2012 Ford Transit Connect. We are going to have so much fun designing and building this van together. Even though our plans got pushed back like wedding/baby plans, I'm very happy. She decided that she wanted to take a road trip with a van to start a van life vlog. She had this drive to have a legit YouTube channel and a lot of followers. We decided to convert it into a little camper, downsizing all of our belongings and moving our humble abode on wheels.
Money that had to come and pay for that. So Gabby was working at Taco Bell. She enjoyed it. She really liked the people she worked with.
She started working like 50 hours a week. She's like, I have to tell them to have a taco-tastic day, and I love it. And I'm like, you're so weird, but okay.
A taco-tastic
So
day.
she'd work and then hang out with me. That's when Brian started feeling neglected and having this possessiveness over Gabby.
You did some burpees today?
Just completely disregarding anything that made Gabby happy, especially reaching out to her mother.
He called me and he was like, "Gabby's working really late every night and she's hanging out with these people and they're bad." And I believed him.
But she loved him. So she was like, I'm making him cry. I don't deserve him. I'm hurting his feelings. I'm a bad person. And he wanted her to feel that way. He enjoyed her feeling that way because then she depended on him again and trusted him again. I think there was a moment before her van life that she started to open her eyes.
Brian, you know how much I love you. Just please stop crying and stop calling me names. You in pain is killing me.
Gabby was constantly over at my house and kind of getting more frustrated.
Free of charge is crazy.
I
Got
think it was
you.
unpacking the more it went on. And the more her and I were together and talking and having a good time, she actually felt more independent. And that's when he was like, okay, I got to do something to change this. Let me isolate her. If I get her away from her job, I get her away from her friend, she only has me. And then next thing you know, they were gone.
Yeah, that isolation is crazy.
Gabby and Brian pulled up with the van.
The van is so cute though. I would love, like, once we are empty nesters, to get a van and just travel around the world.
When they were leaving, we walked out to the driveway and I gave Gabby $200 and I said, "This is just for gas or emergencies or whatever." And she was like, "Thanks, Mom." And then she started crying. And I was like, "What? What's wrong? Why are you crying?" And she's like, "I don't know." So I gave her this hug, and I'll never forget how tight she hugged me so tightly. And it was just the best hug ever that you could get from your kid. Like it was just a squeeze. And I remember saying to Brian, "You take care of her, keep her safe." And he looked at me and he smiled and he said, "I will."
It seems like this was something that she wanted to do as well, though. Like, it appears that they're like saying that he like made this mastermind to like isolate her, like take her away. But it seems like this is something she was very excited about doing and documenting as well.
You look at me. Hi, I'm Brian,
And I'm Gabby.
and this is our Ford Transit Connect that we've been living in. And we thought it was finally time to give you a tour. You do another shot.
So we are currently in the salt flats. The ground
Yeah, it's
here
weird.
is so hot.
I feel like because she is missing, that's the reason why we're reading into it. Like maybe this is not something she wants to do. But if it was a successful trip and she came home, I don't think anybody would be questioning it. I think that she wanted to go on this trip.
I'm Jackie while Brian makes us some dinner.
Because she was also journaling. If she didn't want to do it, she would have written in her journal that she didn't want to do it.
So that should be able to charge all our devices. And we're starving, so I'm super excited to eat. And
And she was very active with the documenting of it and wanting to do the vlog. That was her idea. What's up, Bree? God bless you.
Gabby was excited, but she knew it was going to be a lot of work.
all right, so I'm going to
Sure.
set up.
Right. But I think that there's some responsibility on her to be like, yeah, no, I'm not going. I see these red flags and I'm not going. But to see the red flags and still go, like, she shouldn't have went. If she thought the man was crazy, why you still go?
Just want to get a really good.
Or people be trying to do stuff for the gram or for the fame. She wanted to be a YouTuber and make content. And instead of listening to her family and the cues and her even her mom was like, "Are you sure it's what you want to do?" She's like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing." Well, you did it to yourself.
Baby, come here. I want to retake this video.
Oh, probably. But is he older? He just looks older.
everywhere we've basically traveled so far is I've only had like maybe 2 mosquito bites. The flies are driving me nuts, but I'd rather flies than mosquitoes for sure.
For sure.
But even the other girl who said that her and Brian were friends,
Early on.
she said she loved him like a brother. Like he was like she didn't think he was a bad person. She just didn't like him romantically. And I'm not saying that people snap and people do bad things, but somebody can snap and do a bad thing and not necessarily. I feel like they would like paint these people like did like they were just horrible the whole time, and it's like sometimes that's the case, and sometimes people just get crazy and lose their mind too. Like not all these people be like masterminds. I feel like that's how they be like these Netflix documentaries be making the person who commits the crime to be this like mastermind. And it's like, nah, not all of them are like I think some people just weird and then they
There's that
snap.
possibility that he says the wrong thing or
But
reacts
you
the
could be
wrong
weird
way
and
while he's
quirky and
recording.
not
You know what?
be a murderer too.
The fact that
Crimes of passion. I agree.
keep your dirty feet.
Behind the scenes, Gabby and Brian would get into arguments.
No, turn it back.
Every couple gets into arguments though.
I was like making points before. So I'm never gonna cut that. Well, if you even knew how
Was
to
he
do that.
beating on her behind what like they would get into arguments and he would beat her? Or they would just get into arguments? Like, cause that's not fair either. To be like, well, they got into arguments off camera. Yeah, everybody does.
It, in a lot of ways, gets romanticized, especially on social media.
And yes, everybody's life is romanticized on social media. Every relationship, every interaction. I mean, you see content creators trying regular old honey buns or regular and they be like,
We
oh,
see them
oh, oh,"
FaceTime
like
recap on
it's
what's
just a honey bun or it's just some saltine crackers. They ain't the best thing you ever eaten before. So I just feel like
You
that's what happens. That's like that's just a part of life.
I am right there.
People go to work every day. They not disclosing all their deep dark secrets every time you at work or like whatever. Some people's coworkers will be like, they put on a facade. Like what they supposed to do?
Like,
Tell they all their business every day at work?
they don't really want to see the nit and grit of it.
I feel bad I'm always on my phone. I should give Brian more attention.
Those are her words?
He loves me so much. I don't deserve it.
Okay. But these are her diary entries.
Okay, so right now we're at Devil's Garden Campground, and right I did bring the tattoo machine. So this is so awkward. It's so awkward to talk to the camera. I can take a video whatever I want and then put them together.
I just think that she was trying to convince herself that everything was okay.
Yeah, I'm sure, Justin. You know me, I be trying to figure out what's going on whole time. That's part of the fun, right? To try to oh, okay, yes, she had a black eye. That's part of the fun. A photo retrieved from her. Okay, so there's a picture of her with a mm, okay, so he was in her.
I'm calling. I'm right on the corner of Main Street. We're driving by, and I'd like to report a domestic dispute.
Oh, okay.
Plate, white van, gentleman, for that 6 years.
That Jasmine. Hi,
They
Jasmine.
What were they doing? We drove by, and the gentleman was slapping the girl. He was slapping her.
He slapped her.
And then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off. And so you said it's a white van? It was a smaller van. The pink was a Ford model with transit. And a white Ford Transit.
They got the make and model of your car, baby. What you slap that girl for and try to drive off?
Subject says.
Okay, so they got the police call about the smack before they drove off. The cop started to follow them. He swerved and hit the curb during the pursuit. So that the cop had already got the call that she got slapped. Okay, that makes sense why he was like, "No, come back here and talk to me." I thought that was just his instinct, but he had already gotten a call about her getting smacked. When he started hitting her, he was hitting her whole time.
To get in this vehicle and take it off. So I don't want to try and defend myself by saying anything here, but I pushed her away. She gets really worked up, and when she does, she swings and she had her cell phone in her hand. So I was just trying to get her away.
Down there, I don't know, we've been invited online and you wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
When do you let you in my car? Because you
Okay.
touched her on CD.
calm down. But I was perfectly calm all the time. And he really says,
Plot twist. She was the one hitting him the whole time.
Why don't we do this? Why don't I sit you down in backseat of my car? All right. So
Why did they break this up in 3 parts and not just make it a 2.5 hour long documentary?
What's that? Stop here. Yeah, I just spoke to her. So, you want to do me a favor? Let's go ahead and get you to step out of the vehicle. All righty. On the way. Get on that intro already. So, tell me what's going on. You see, this gets worked up sometimes, so I try and really distance myself from her. So, like, I locked the car and I walked away from her. What happened this morning is that she's trying to sign up like on a website blog and everything. So, you were talking, and we really had a nice morning with everything, but you want to tell me about those scratches on your face? She had this cell phone in her hand, that's why I was pushing her away. Because she wanted to.
Let me find out she was hitting him.
So, can't go anywhere. Let's just calm down.
Why they did what, just?
That way, I don't want you to push, but I just try to push your weight. So go, let's take a little step back and we.
He has scratches on his face.
What's your Gabby, how old are you?
20.
Did you get hit in the face? Kind of looks like something like hit you in the face. And then over on your arm, shoulder, right here. That's new, huh? It's kind of a new mark.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Did you get you know? I mean, it's okay if you're saying you get clamped. Yeah, you get you, but come on, another yeah. Hit you. Because you have or did he hit you? Don't worry. Hang on. Well, I've been just trying to keep her away and not get hit. And then I got really loud and I just like really lose attention where I was going. You know, back up, get away, just give me. Okay, so I said you pushed her to create some distance, obviously, right? What happened after that? What happened? What got the scratches on your hand? So I'm keeping patient.
Why he got scratches on his eyes? Oh yeah.
While you're driving? Well, he was telling me you're hitting him. So you pushed her and she hit you. She was
Right, she was hitting him. Hold on.
already.
They both sound like they lying. Let's be real. They both seem like they lying. Dude got eaten by gators. It's crazy.
I was yelling at her, but then when you did do, I said I got up and stuff like there's those just like really.
She's saying like hit the curb. Is it bruised or tender or anything like that? Okay, I'm fine. I look at. I hope she doesn't have too many complaints about me. Oh, you're the victim of domestic assault. Even if you. About her story, like no, you can talk to her. She seems like a really sweet girl, 22 or something, having a lot of anxiety and from what she's claiming, she's the full-on aggressor, dude. That's not what you said. You're kind of having a rough day, it sounds like.
Wait, so she was from this report, she was the aggressor. Both of them are saying she was the aggressor. See?
Yeah.
See, I was for some reason I was a little like, I don't know. She seemed like she wanted this, but we gonna see.
I'm gonna close.
We gonna see. I'm still in the dark. I don't know what's going on, but something just didn't seem right for me.
Called me crying and upset. She said that her and Brian had an argument. I asked her what happened.
She
said
muffed him.
the van. I was like, "What for? What?" And she said, "Oh my god, it was just stupid," and it kind of brushed everything off.
How far do you want to go with this? Like, the reason why they don't give discretion on these things is because too many times women who are at risk want to go back to their abuser, and then they end up getting worse and worse treatment, and then they end up getting killed. In no way, shape, or form that I can perceive that this is going to digress into a situation where he's going to be a battered man. Right. But then again, I don't have a crystal ball. Everything she's saying was something like she, the primary aggressor. Now, I'm looking at a 110-pound female. She's not a threat to him, more than slight abrasions from the fingernails. I don't care if we use the actual letter of the law to not charge, but I also don't care because it literally does possibly make perfect sense to go full on domestic assault, do the whole thing.
They should have done full on domestic assault and went the whole way.
Another option is to not charge and separate you tonight. If they find themselves together again, what is it to you? You separate them. You provide for safety. All right, Gabrielle. He does have marks on him. Normally would take people to jail, but he's trying to work it so you can just have the van tomorrow.
I don't want to be separated.
You have anxiety?
I don't know where to see him, please.
There's not? What is that?
No, my friend, please. It's going to give me some anxiety.
But you tend to have a lot of anxiety and stress. Just saying, I'm not telling what to do with your life, but you know you have anxiety.
Hi, Rhonda.
Look at the situations you can get in. You know what I mean?
They did nothing wrong. Well, I'm saying that if they would have given them the full extent, like charged her with the domestic battery like they were contemplating, that potentially could have. But again, they're just doing their best job. I'm not saying that the cops did anything wrong, but I'm saying they had two choices to make. It's a hard choice. There doesn't appear to be much of a threat to him because of how tiny she is. So I understand why they didn't. But I'm just curious if they would have charged her full on for domestic battery at this point, how it would have changed the outcome, is all I'm saying. We all have choices, and one choice can change make a big difference.
Don't text each other tonight. He wants to pass on the same message you passed to him. We're looking forward to talking to you again, but I told him and you, unless there's earth-shattering emergency news, don't text tonight, okay? Even with the good nights, I love you. He's saying good night now. He's saying he loves you now, and you guys can talk tomorrow morning, okay? He's gonna go to the hotel. I'm gonna give you the keys to the van. All right, let's go home. Alrighty. Also, something I want you to know. Here, stand over here real fast for you. If you go over to City Market, they have a list of places where you can get yourself a shower for like $4 or $5, stuff like that. Like pretty cheap. Place where you can shower, decompress, de-stress a little bit. All
Right. Don't go to his hotel.
You didn't have today happen yesterday, so it does my wife wonders when she gets stressed out. It's like get in the shower. Get in the shower. Go take a shower, relax, take some time to yourself. And like I said, don't text each other tonight. Text each other tomorrow morning after your eyes open up and you're fully awake and here with good morning, Steve. Okay? All right, okay. Yeah, good night. Okay. What's that? You like it? I was going to get to play in your own bracelet. You think I'm gonna... Heck yeah, dude. I got my own phone hooked up to this thing. Yeah. I just want to make sure you have room to get out. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good one. She seems a lot like my wife. My wife has really, really bad anxiety.
They got him one instead of her behind. What you mean, Justin? Don, what's up, Don?
Gave her a place to go where she can get a shower tonight for like $4 or $5, really cheap. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna thanks. Tyson? Yep. This is Brian Laundry. Alrighty. So he's gonna get you all set up with your hotel room. Alright. Alright. And like I said, just remember my requests. Anyway, I think it'll make a big difference in your guys' next couple weeks. The very least. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for bringing the people. No problem. It's nice to meet you, Brian. Nice to meet you. Have a good one.
I spoke to Gabby that evening. She said that her and Brian just were told to spend the night apart.
No, she got the van. She went with the van and she could stay in the van and then he went to go
He said, "Oh, they're taking him to a hotel." I was like, "Why is he going to a hotel and you're in your van by yourself?"
Yeah, no, I do think but that's because she was the aggressor.
To come home, just end the trip. And she said, "Mom, I promise everything's fine."
She should have ended the trip. She should have ended the trip. Of course they met up later that night. Of course they weren't going to stay separated. I mean, of course they weren't going to stay separated. Like, you know that they weren't going to do with it. Yeah, no, they should have given her the hotel. But I think it was because she was the aggressor. Because she was the aggressor, they were to justify the hotel room is they're sheltering him. She wasn't the aggressor.
But just didn't know how to do it. I think that she wasn't sure of what he
According to that report. What's up, Trey? I don't know. I want to believe that she's like this. It's because she's young and she's cute and she's a female that but in that situation, both of them were like, she was the one beating up this boy. She was the one attacking this boy. I think looks can be deceiving. And they're all framing it like she was just trying to get away from him. She was going upside his head too.
On August 22nd, I got a text from Gabby. And I called her. She and Brian had gotten in an argument.
Who is he? Oh, her ex. She hit up the ex-boyfriend.
She was wanting to get away, but just didn't know how to do it. I think that she wasn't sure of what he would do or what he could do.
So then why didn't she go home when her mom said just end the trip and come home? Why did she stay? All right, episode 2.
Hello, and good morning.
People be tripping. Like everybody in your life be like, don't be with him. Don't be with him. He not good for you. Leave him. And they be like, no, but girl, your mama, your stepmama, your daddy, your everybody, come home. Nah, it's okay. We just had a police involved and like, girl, go home. Go home, Roger. Take your behind home. Or you ain't gonna have no behind to take home.
Got up and got ready, made the bed in the tent, set up.
I mean, I ain't gonna cap the camping and backpacking. Like it sounds so fun. But to do that unmarried at 20 something years old without any like real life experience, I guess they're getting the real life experience through the camping. I feel like that's something you should do in retirement.
Said that Brian was going to be flying home to empty out a storage unit. While Brian was home, Gabby stayed at a hotel in Utah working on the YouTube video.
I keep yawning, making my eyes water. I mean, they do look super cute and super earthy.
Walk away from somebody you love. I think that's a big reason she stayed. It was
No,
because she did love him.
they calling it love, bro.
But she thought she could fix him.
No, that's called lust. She didn't love that man. She was fantasizing about this YouTube life that she can have with this guy.
First love. But just the time that we were together just wasn't right for the two of us. We dated for a year before she dated Brian. When I noticed through social media that they were dating, they were a little bit of ways into their trip. It definitely was a very eye-opening experience for me because that was something that we spoke about wanting to do together, buying a van and traveling the country. Seeing her being all happy and smiley and laughy on videos and stuff like that, I was definitely like, dang, that was supposed to be us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was very aggressive in the desire to be on this trip.
On August 22nd, I got a text from Gabby.
I'm sure I'm the last person on the planet you want to hear from. I would really love to talk to you. I'm only alone until tomorrow.
That AI voice they got her is crazy.
Love to be able to talk to you. It's been a while. Be nice to catch up. And I called her. A lot of what we talked about was just catching up, how life was going for her, how life was going for me. It was just real late in the evening whenever we got to the end of the phone call. I got the
It's
vibe that
yeah, young
she
people
really
don't listen to
wanted to talk.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I just want to know what happened. Again, I don't really know. I haven't heard about the story or followed up.
When it
So I'm going into this super blind. I didn't even know who she was before
kind of got
this.
an argument a little bit, she's like, I have a plan. I think I want to leave him. I'm going to do it. I have to figure out when to do it.
Of course, she said that to her ex.
Well, hey, well, what are you talking about? What do you mean you have a plan? From the sound of her voice and the way she was
She
saying
probably
it,
meant it too because she was upset.
or of what he would do or what he could do,
If she told him,
but just didn't know how to do it. The fact
why
that
did
she
she want to
reached
get
out
away though?
told me that, like, hey, maybe she feels safe talking to you, or maybe she felt like you were the only that I was the only person that would understand, or I was the only person that might want to even listen at all. And I just kind of was making sure that she knew, like, be very careful. On August 27th, for a few days, and after our phone call, Gabby had Snapchatted me, like, hey, I'm in Jackson Hole, and it reminded me of you.
Did he find out she was talking to her ex? Yeah, Alexa, it's interesting.
Later in the day, I had gotten a phone call from her. I was at work and was unable to answer it.
Why he punched the van? Why he punched the van?
I reached out to Gabby. I asked her how her and Brian.
He's still missing.
I was concerned about her since Moab. She said, I'm fine. I convinced Brian to go camp out in the woods so I can have the van to myself. It's what he wants to do anyway. I don't care. He said I could have the van if I paid him. I said, are you guys breaking up? Gabby said, no. I just said I could make more money as a solo female van lifer. I'm driving to a campsite now.
Gabby is a little weird. Why would she say that to her mom? That's so weird. Are y'all breaking up? No, I just told him how to make more money as a single female camper. What? A solo? Like what? What? Like be so for real. That's so childish. What is happening? Y'all ever seen Gone Girl? This is giving Gone Girl. This is giving I want to go viral. So I'm a fake. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm missing, and I'm gonna set this man up and frame him. That's what it's giving.
August 29th, I've gone fly fishing and I wanted to attend a church service. In the summer, there is a 5 p.m. service in Grand Teton National Park. So I had decided to go into the park. After I'd left the church service, I was exiting the park, and that's when I noticed the young man alone hitchhiking. He looked like maybe he had been backpacking or walking. When he got in the car, he had asked if I would take him to Jackson. I said, I'm not going that way. I'm going north. He said, well, can you at least take me down to Spread Creek's campsite? My fiance is working on our blog and she's in the van. And I said, sure, I'll take you down that far. It was maybe a 10-minute drive. His energy was a typical young person. He appeared to me to be about mid to late 20s. He had a little bit of a body odor about him, so it was reasonable that he had been hiking or had maybe spent, a day overnight. As we were driving along, there was a Bible on the dashboard of the car. As I made the turn into Spread Creek Dispersed Camping, the Bible actually slid across the dashboard onto his lap. He had picked it up and he put it back on the dashboard. We proceeded to the gate of Spread Creek. I said, do you want to take me further past the gate? And he was like, no, 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 I'll get out here. He literally was opening the passenger side of the door. And I said, well, wait, I'm going to stop the car. I had made a comment, just trying to be funny, like, oh, you want to walk into the campsite. You don't want your fiance to see you being, driven all the way to the campsite. And he said, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just walk from here. I never thought anything of it after then.
How did they happen to locate that it was? How did they locate this woman for this documentary? Like that's such a specific thing.
On August 30th, I received a text from Gabby's phone and it said, can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemails and missed calls. My phone doesn't even ring. There's no service. But the thing that stuck out to me about that text was it says Stan, and Stan is Gabby's grandpa, who she referred to as grandpa. I just thought
Oh,
maybe Brian was texting it because she was driving. I could not get a hold of Gabby. September 1st, I texted, hey, how's it going? Going to bed, wanted to say hi. September 2nd, I said hi, asked her a question, are you going to Montana? She did not respond. I was looking through social media every day and I wasn't seeing any new posts. Gabby posted her very last Instagram post on August 25th.
the drama queen who never filled out an application in her life. That's crazy. I have my master's degree.
But
I was a supervisor of a child welfare program before I became a stay-at-home mom.
To me when she can. September 6th, I texted her, Gab, I just got home from camping, haven't heard from you.
I've only been a stay-at-home mom for a year.
September 7th, you might not
My
have
oldest son is 7.
getting worried. I haven't heard from you in a while. On September
But you're right.
9th,
You're right.
I texted Joe.
She's like, have you heard from Gabby? I haven't heard from her in a couple of days. And I was like, I haven't heard from her either. So we started making phone calls to her, but she didn't answer.
I had gotten a call from Gabby's mother. Hey, have you heard from Gabby? We haven't heard from her. We've been looking for her. I texted her a few times, like, hey, hope you're doing good. Your mom's looking for you. But I got no response. And I had started to begin to think that Gabby had gone through with her plan that she had spoke about. I started getting the vibe that something bad was going on.
Gabby and I had planned for her to call me on my birthday. She did not call me on my birthday. I was like, that's weird.
I was concerned that both Gabby and Brian were missing. They were camping by themselves. They could have gotten lost in the mountains.
Would they be on with me, Justin?
On Friday, September 10th, I tried texting Brian's mom, Roberta. I said, hey, have you heard from the kids? I'm concerned about them. I haven't heard from them in a while. That went through, no response. A couple hours later, I said, I hope I have the right number. And that went through green as if I had been blocked or the phone was shut off.
And then I reached out to Brian's parents, and they just never responded. Neither did Cassie, Brian's sister. No one replied. Gabby was going to be their daughter-in-law. This is a person that I thought they loved. And I have text messages saying that we were going to call the police. And if someone texts me that they're going to call the police, I want to know what's up. We heard nothing.
So I made a Facebook post. It was a picture of her sitting on a rock. It said, where's Gabby?
I saw a post that said, we haven't heard from her. If anyone has any information, please let me know. I immediately sent it into our high school friends group chat. We theorized that the two of them just chucked their phones into the ocean and said, we're done with it, done with social media, we're done with anyone around us, we're just going to be together and go off grid.
We started making phone calls all over the West Coast, all the parks, police to report her missing. But they told
You
us
asking me what I said? What's up, Coral?
And then we decided to call Northport Police.
Okay, so they don't call the police now.
Police department. Can I help you with today? Well, I wasn't sure if you guys could help or not. Just because my daughter lived there in Northport, but she's been on a road trip in her camper van with her boyfriend. She just gone on like off the grid for 11 straight days, which is not like her at all. And then I don't know what to do exactly. Where's the last place that you knew she was at when you talked to her? In the Grand Teton, Wyoming. Okay. But then after that, nothing. She's just like disappeared.
The phone call that I initially received wasn't necessarily anything out of the normal, but things were not adding up as far as where Gabby.
I said what they on with me, Justin, because dude was talking crazy in the chat.
Laundry family home.
Northport Police Department. Hi, sir. I apologize for bothering you. I have the detective on the phone. You don't want to talk to us? Okay, she's on the phone. You don't want to talk to her now? Okay, it's when was the last time that you saw Brian and Gabriel? Well, Brian was here. Brian is here? Yeah, and that's all I'm saying. And that's all that you're saying? Every time they've been calling out. That's all I'm saying. I don't know why this one attorney's aware. Okay. The calling, so well, I can give you his number. Whose number? The attorney's number? Okay, I would like that, please, so I can give it to the detective. Thank you.
His daddy said, I ain't talking to you. My son is here, but I ain't talking to you. You could talk to my attorney.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. He said that.
Are you watching it again, Justin? Or you could just know where I'm at?
You're seeing the van in their driveway and they won't tell you where she is? Yeah, because I ran all the tags, and then there's a little white van that comes back to Gabrielle Petito. Gabrielle? Yeah. But they're not saying she's there? No. In the meantime, I had called the sister. She called me back and said, oh, Brian's home. Told me they got into a fight. He left her at a hotel and he flew back.
Flew back. Flew back, but the car is there.
I need my phone call. I'm trying to get a little. What are they hiding? They don't notify a supervisor too. I don't know how it works. Yes, I will. I'll definitely notify supervisor on this. All right, I'm gonna get off of the phone. Hey, Detective Barry, it's Sergeant Seltzer with Northport PD. How you doing? Not too bad. What's going on tonight with is it Gabriel or Gabrielle? It's Gabrielle. Okay. So you was reporting trying to identify her parent who live up here on Long Island. Okay. I mean, just because she's not contacting them, I mean, as an adult, just because somebody is refusing to talk to us. I do find it suspicious, but well, that's New York. I mean, this is Southwest Florida. I wouldn't even have been able to take the missing report. Okay. I'm gonna be going on my supervisor. Hold on. There's a problem up here that is MIA, and now there's the person who is supposedly with is at the house refusing to cooperate with police.
Yes, that's very confusing. The dude in South, the other cop, he don't want your problems, bro. Keep your problems up north.
Hey, South of Norfolk, how you doing? Good. How are you? We're getting little to no cooperation from the boyfriend's parents at the house. Right. Here's what I'm just gonna lay it out. What are you looking for us to do here at this point? I mean, you're a conflicting statement. Okay, who owns the now the band's there? Sure. Next thing, you have no contact with the parent. Based on, her contacting all along, and now there's nothing. Not even a phone. Sure, I agree that that's suspicious. I'm not denying that in the least. No, sure, no, absolutely not. I mean, here's where I'm at. I agree. Everything is odd. Everything is suspicious. I don't think we have probable cause. I mean, the best I can do is maybe go down and try to see if they'll talk to me. Well, yeah, if you can pull them, maybe you can pull back. Police department. Hey, look, I hate to bother you. I know you've already said you don't want to speak. Well, if you guys know anything, it would let the parents at ease and go from there. Okay. I mean, anything that you guys would be able to give them is any type of help. Last time your son saw her, anything like that. Am I able to talk to your son? The other officer said, I mean, as a parent, you wouldn't want to know what happened with you. I mean, it makes it very odd, don't you think? From my point of view, Chris. You could call our attorney and give your phone number. Our attorney's not going to answer it until 11 o'clock tonight. I'm not speaking to anybody. Yeah, we're not talking about it. So the van is only registered to her. Okay. Yeah. really sure.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm telling you, the title on the state of Florida is it's only hers. So it's not supposed to be here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a tow truck and get it. Is a car in the way?
That's my car. I can move it.
Okay. If you're able to just hook it up and take it, probably be the easiest.
Checking in anything at the fan.
Yeah. I would try to avoid the inside.
100% avoid the inside. Kind of weirded out. I don't know what's going on.
She not in that van. We know that. Hey, Tita, congratulations on graduation.
Standing there. She said I had them go to the house.
If I was the daughter.
See if Brian was there, or if they had heard from Gabby and Brian. And she said, Brian's there with the van, not Gabby, and he's lawyered up. He has a lawyer already. I never felt anything like that in my life. My body would not stop shaking.
We started screaming.
I collapsed.
What do you mean he's home? What do you mean he's got an attorney? Why would he have an attorney?
My whole body went into shock. I thought, I knew something bad happened.
I'm ready to Google and figure out what happened.
Let's get as many eyes on Gabby's face as possible.
We started making the poster. We just handed them out wherever we could.
Called every missing person site we could find, emailed every news studio we could, and I flew to Florida right away.
The dad ain't playing. He said I flew to Florida.
His help. Because the goal is still not met. That goal is to bring Gabby home safe. All right. And I'm asking for help from everyone here. I'm asking for help everyone at home. I'm asking for help from the parents of Brian. And I'm asking for help of the family members and friends of the laundry family as well.
I mean, he probably should have stayed with his wife and had been in the home with his daughter and helped her vet a better boyfriend as well. Because what?
They say she disappeared while
What in the toxic relationship?
we have a young woman from New York's Long Island missing.
On the television screen was Gabby. I just lost it, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have been going crazy.
What did he do? He did something. What did he do?
I texted Brian.
What's up, Bebo Lover Forever? How are you?
Petito was writing in. There's still no word from authorities about her where.
Disappearing while traveling cross country with her fiance. He returns home to Florida without her.
We don't know.
Coming back home without her is crazy.
His parents have been uncooperative, have not answered questions by the Petito family. I mean, imagine if it was their son that was missing.
This investigation, as we've said, stretches almost from coast to coast, more than 2,000 miles right now under investigation. Teams are trying to retrace Gabby's steps across the West Coast, including the Grand Teton National Park.
We discussed sending one of us out to Wyoming, and we decided that Jim would go.
We needed somebody out west where we last knew her to be.
And tell me what you're doing here to help people find Gabby.
We're just here to support law enforcement with whatever they need. We're committed to finding Gabby and doing whatever it takes.
I know it's been a while. How have you been though? I forgot your real name. What was your real name?
I think you just need to be prepared for anything.
It's been so long. Remind me, is it Megan? What's your real name, Bebo Fanbella?
Situations.
I mean, Bebo Lover Forever. There's a Bebo Fanbella with Bella. Bebo Lover Forever. Remind me, is it Megan? Is your name Megan?
In Wyoming.
Officials with Grand Teton National Park.
Don't do what, Jess? What I do?
Different areas of the.
What I do, Jess? What I do?
Was involved. It became something that was unique to me and to our agency. We've never dealt with anything like this.
I gotta go potty, y'all.
She's okay. She's safe. What we did was try to assure Jim and his
Oh,
family
no, 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 no,
that
no, no, no. Nah, I was responding to a text.
we do what we could to bring it to resolution.
I like to be, I like to experience it in real time. That'd be DeAndre. DeAndre look something up. Like, dude, why you looking it up? We watching it together. Let's just watch it
The
together.
whole world.
He don't like the shock. I like the shock. Oh, okay. See, I kind of, I tell you, I be trying to remember.
Received a call from Sheriff Matt Carr, and he began telling me about the investigation.
Your real name is Natalie, though? Had no idea. Hi, Natalie. Nice to meet you.
We were told that the last known location for Gabby was around Jackson, Wyoming. The family has said that they were heading somewhere, probably in the Teton or Yellowstone National Park areas. So we're looking at a search area of about 20,000 square miles. Obviously, we need to narrow that down.
20,000 square miles?
Multiple agencies trying to get more data. We're able to acquire information from Gabby's cell phone to help us determine the last general area where she used her phone. It showed that Gabby had been up towards the Spread Creek camping area in the Bridger Teton National Forest. So we're able to work with the Teton County Search and Rescue. The terrain around the Spread Creek.
Okay, yeah, let me go pee real quick. Hold on, y'all. I have to go potty. I ain't gonna be able to get through another episode and a half without going potty. Give me a second. I am back. All right. I just want to know what happened already. I'm ready. I feel like they're taking a very long time to explain what happened.
Plains with a lot of bush, but no roads or trails. On the camping side, it's very heavily wooded and mountainous. There's some steep canyons. We had folks on foot. We had folks on side by sides. We had horse teams out there.
Side by side.
We were using every bit of technology that we could to throw into the search area. But there was a lot of pieces of the puzzle that had to be put together. So we worked very closely with both the agencies up in New York and down in Florida.
I don't take my position as law enforcement for granted. Some of these stories are difficult, but getting closure for the family, getting
She has some beautiful eyes. Beautiful eyes.
Especially for federal investigations. We need all of our facts, and we need to be able to support whatever we're about to allege. In the beginning of this investigation, we were still developing those facts. We had surveillance on the laundry's residence.
There was a camera in their backyard and down the street. Did we rely on those? Certainly. The fact that there were a ton of people in the way didn't help.
And he just cutting his grass. Like this girl ain't missing.
Today.
It became a very, very chaotic scene out there.
People all over the country are anxious to learn any details they can about Petito's whereabouts.
I just hope that somebody would do the same for me.
Brian's parents were not cooperative in the search for Gabby. So at the time, the Laundries just carried on with their regular everyday life. In fact, when Brian first came home with the van, him, his parents, and his sister Cassie went on a camping trip at Fort DeSoto.
This raised a lot of questions and speculations naturally about what the Laundrie family knew.
We have cooperated with the police since September 11th when they called.
You guys do on the 6th through the 8th.
Right, the whole family cutting up.
There at around 2 o'clock, and we left around 8 because the kids had school the next day.
On the 6th?
On the 6th, we only stayed for about 6 hours.
Who was there?
My mom, my dad, my brother.
Did Brian say anything about Gabby?
It's there. Nothing came up. We are just as upset, frustrated, and heartbroken as everybody else. And I am losing my parents and my brother and my children's aunt and my future sister-in-law on top of this. And you're not helping.
Why your parents? Why your parents? You're talking about Christmas.
Either.
Why aren't they talking to you guys?
If I knew, I would say. I don't know.
Do you think they're involved, your parents? You don't know.
You know,
You're not involved?
we've been finding everything out with the news like everybody else.
Thank you, Cassie, for your time. You have a good day.
Yep, thank you.
Wait, so the sister don't know? Because if my brother came home from a trip and was like,
22-year-old Gabby Petito and her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. Now there's body cam video that shows the moments after police were called.
That video is out. Here it is.
What's going on outside?
That is right. It's been fighting this morning.
The Moab video comes out and brings Brian and Gabby to life.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just sometimes I really bad OCD. Once the video was released on the news, I saw it with the rest of the world. I watched my daughter looking frightened to death. That's when I realized that things were way worse than I could have imagined.
Did you get hit in the face? Kind of looks like something like hit you in the face.
Right.
And over on your arm, shoulder, maybe. That's new, huh? Have a new mark.
but she denied it.
To see her in such distress. We didn't get all of the facts that day.
Right.
Call the female and the two of them getting in this vehicle and take it off.
I didn't know that there was a phone call to 911 saying that some guy was slapping his girlfriend.
What were they doing? We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl. He was slapping her?
I had never seen Gabby that distraught before.
She never told me about their fight in Moab, but I've seen her that upset before because of him.
Yeah. I forget what it's called.
To see the distress my daughter was in and them laughing and joking around.
Well, do you know King Josh Eddie? This place is crazy. So I just got phone with one of the two. She, the primary aggressor.
I mean, she did look.
That she was being treated as an aggressor. It's just
She did look terrified.
I knew that something wasn't right.
Why the hell were they questioning her?
You expect that they're going to be there to help, that they're going to be there to try to.
What were they supposed to do? What were the cops supposed to do, though?
It wasn't done that day.
He told the cops he had no money for a hotel, so they sent him to one that was a domestic violence survivor hotel.
The world got to see the dark side, the reality of her life, and what comes behind those closed doors.
Wait, so was she smacking him and he was smacking her? Because all we have is the body cam of both of them saying she was the aggressor. How do we know what actually happened? We're just assuming something different happened. But based off of the police report, based off the police report and the body cam footage, both of them said
On September 17th, we got a tip from a caller that something was going on inside of the Laundrie residence. We went to the house to investigate. That's when the Laundrie informed us that Brian's not in the house. They wanted to report Brian missing, and they hadn't seen him for days.
So the Laundrie family asked police to come to the home?
That is accurate. They are now claiming that they have not seen their son.
No, she doesn't seem like the the type to like, but neither did he though. He didn't seem like the type that would be whacking her upside her head either. So the fact that they are in a relationship with DV at all, it's like you don't really know.
And that Brian was missing while on the air.
The family says they haven't seen Brian since Tuesday.
I was thrown onto the screen to do an interview. Felt like a deer in headlights.
Yeah, it's the first time we're hearing it. I don't think I even had a moment to fully digest it yet.
What do you say?
Yeah.
That's when the laundry informed us that Brian's not in the house.
So Brian done went MIA too.
They wanted to report Brian missing and they hadn't seen him for days.
So the Laundry family asked police to come to the home?
That is accurate. They are now claiming that they have not seen their son since Tuesday.
Family said he's been missing for days. What the fuck is going on?
My thoughts are like, do the parents have something to do with it?
How the hell did the FBI and the Northport police let this kid slip out of the house?
We were shocked.
I want to bring in Gabby's stepfather to see what the family makes of the new developments.
And Jim found out that Brian was missing while on the air.
The family says they haven't seen Brian since Tuesday.
I was thrown onto the screen to do an interview. Felt like a deer in headlights.
Yeah, it's the first time we're hearing it. I don't think I even had a moment to fully digest it yet. Yeah.
What is going on?
We now have 2 people missing. We searched Brian's house, collected potential evidence.
They didn't have enough evidence though to arrest him or detain him. They're like, how did they let him get away? What were they supposed to do? Uh-oh.
You are my boy. Nothing can make me stop loving you. Nothing will or could ever divide us, no matter what we do. If you're in jail, I will bake a cake with a file in it. If you need to dispose of a body, I will show up with a shovel and garbage bags.
All right, part 3. This is the last one. I'm so confused, Justin. Like, what is it's all so bizarre.
Is also missing.
Thousands of protesters descended on the Florida neighborhood where Brian Laundrie's parents reside today,
saying they're not going to leave until they get answers.
A tremendous twist in this case. We now have 2 missing young people.
My first reaction when I saw that Brian was missing was like, no, he's not. He's running.
Nobody knows where he is. Not police, not FBI. His parents say they don't know either.
Experts have been asking, is this someone who seems like they would take their own life, or is this more like somebody who would take off?
I mean, Gabby was still missing. And the one person that was with her now is gone.
It's turning from Gabby to Brian. And I was still thinking, I haven't found my daughter yet. I need to find my child.
The media shifted their attention to Brian missing. But at this point in the investigation, we needed a body to prove a crime. We could not arrest Brian. Our sole focus became finding Gabby.
Right. They can't arrest. That's what I'm saying. What were they supposed to do with Brian when she was missing, but they didn't have her body?
We're asking anyone who saw the couple to contact.
Okay, yeah. Let me know how you like it.
And
It did turn left really quick.
receiving around 200 to 300 tips per day throughout the whole country.
Today, someone posted that they found a picture of Gabby in the background of another person's tagged photo. I was just scrolling through my phone and there was a TikTok post
from a girl named Miranda.
Hi, my name is Miranda Baker, and on August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park. I'm hoping this can help someone identify him because I saw him from TikTok.
I was thinking to myself, that sounds like the person that I picked up. So I immediately called the Teton County Sheriff.
The last known location of the van was a critical piece of the puzzle for us narrowing down our search area.
I feel like it was like the second week of September is when we started really hearing
These
about
van life vloggers are, it's like a whole community.
Social media, it was everywhere.
It's like a whole community, yeah.
and we were paying attention to the timeline. The FBI was estimating the 21st through the 24th, and so we weren't even there at that time.
On August 27th, we were just looking for a place to stay over the night. Our friends said, Spread Creek, go check it out.
We came, we slept, and then we went on our way. I was editing our YouTube video from the Spread Creek timeline of August 27th. And I was sitting next to my phone, and I got this notification from one of our RV friends, and they said, Red, White, and Bethune, check any footage you have. The timeline has changed. I read the National Park Service post, and it said August 27th or 28th. All the color and blood and life drained from my body because I was like, I have it.
This is great how important like the community can be. And this is where social media can be very helpful.
That's her band. That's Gabby's thing. I said, we're posting this. And I said, we got to get it out here now. By the time we woke up the next day, it was up over around 1 million views.
Of course it was.
And was see, there's the van. They got it.
I was at the forward command post when we received the Bethune video, and it did appear to be the Spread Creek area. Once I got to the spot where their van had been parked, I was able to look at the video and see that the trees lined up
Mhm.
and the marks on the ground where the camp van had been lined up. This allowed us to corroborate the information that we already had from the phone companies to give us a much better search area.
They gonna find her. Exactly.
On the second day of our search, we were focusing basically on the river bottom near the area where they were last known to be camping. Horseback is a really good way to search wilderness areas. So we had a horse team that was working their way up Spread Creek, as well as our teams on foot. All of a sudden, one of the team members saw what they believed was a body of an individual.
They gonna find her.
She was laying on her side.
Yeah.
She was wrapped up in a sweater.
Dang.
The last time we had confirmation that Gabby was live was on August 27th. We didn't find her until September 19th. So between that time frame, we believe she had been in that same position.
Oh, baby.
In front of her was a burn scar on the ground if somebody had tried to light a small fire, but we didn't find any fire starting materials. Her boots were off and they were next to her body and next to that fire. She was not laying in a natural position, and it appeared to the investigators at that time that the crime scene had been staged. We had instituted a no-fly zone over the national park. However, there were still news organizations that were sending helicopters towards our search area. We need to very quickly protect the crime scene as well as Gabby's dignity. Later on, the court ruled that Gabby's death was a homicide as a result of blunt force trauma and manual strangulation.
You too, Metro.
Was just a lot of mixed emotions. I think we were all hoping for a different outcome.
Yeah, me too. I was like, maybe she just like
The FBI
they're in
supervisor.
this together trying to stage some big mastermind.
So
I never want somebody to, you know, this is it's just always so sad. I don't even know these people, but it's just always so sad.
The morning of the 19th, they told us that they had found remains consistent with our daughter Gabby. And I said, "Are you sure? You have to be sure because I have to make this call." She said, "I'm gonna show you this, and I don't want to, but there's some stuff on here maybe you can identify."
These poor parents.
Laying on the ground on her left side in a fetal position.
Like you ain't ever gonna be able to get that out your head, bro.
Just her hair coming out of her hood that was over her head. Just laying there in the ground for weeks. In the wild. Just left there like she was a piece of trash for somebody who was supposed to love her. And I collapsed to the ground. And I had to pick up the phone, compose myself, and call Nikki and get Joe on the phone and Tara in a conference call and tell them from 2,000 miles away that our daughter was dead. It was the worst phone call I've ever made in my life.
I remember on September 19th that I got a phone call that I'd never see my daughter again.
I don't remember anything. It's the worst day of our life.
Think about the last moments a lot. I'm sure she was scared. And anytime she was scared, she would call me or Jim, you or Nikki. So I don't know who she called out for.
I opened the back sliding door because the kids were sitting outside during the phone call, and I said, "Everybody come inside," because I wanted to be the one to tell my kids.
It was the worst feeling I'd ever felt. I definitely broke down like really hard. I don't honestly even know.
Well, he looked like his mama.
That was the first time I saw the girls break down. They knew their sister was never going home.
I got a text message from a reporter. He said, "Did you see the news?" My heart sunk. And he said, "They found a body." And that was the first time in my life that I could say I was truly speechless. I've never felt something.
I don't have an answer.
I think the worst thing is it's not even a loss. It's someone being taken.
Right.
Somebody else decided that they had the right to take somebody you love.
Which is like crazy. It's one thing if somebody passed away from like natural causes, disaster, accident. Homicide is so horrible. How you just take somebody's life like that, baby?
I was devastated. She was my first love.
When news had broke that they had found her body, I just didn't know what to think of it. I just wanted to shut it off or wake up. Like it was, a bad dream or something.
Okay, so now what though?
Once we found Gabby, that really just expanded the investigation. We now have to start shifting our focus to who's the suspect And how do we start building this evidence so we can prosecute this case down the road? We know that on August 27th, around 1 o'clock, Brian and Gabby were at a restaurant in Jackson called Mary Piglet's. While they were there, a female said she witnessed Gabby and Brian having some sort of an argument.
It looked as though Brian was really upset, pissed off, I would say. He was angry. They got up very abruptly and just like, walked out the restaurant. Gabby was really upset. She was crying.
When I got the call on the 27th, I think back on the fact that maybe if I did answer that phone call, I could have helped or there could have been a different outcome.
That's the worst feeling, man. He missed that call. He feel that one. He was definitely upset about
Once
it.
they begin to drive up to the Sprite Creek area from Jackson. Video taken by the Bethunes show the white van on the side of the road between 6 and 6:30 p.m.
As we passed by the van, it just looked super dark, really closed up. And I just assumed they were out hiking or taking advantage of the outdoors.
Around 7:15, she sends the last known text message to her mother, speaking about how she could make more money as a solo female van wiper.
Right, that was probably not her then.
Usage of her computer. Around 8:30, she was moving computer files around on her hard drive. So we believe she was alive during that time because the files were video files, and this was consistent with the patterns she had done prior. By the next day, we have no information indicating that Gabby is still alive. We're able to look back and look at all of her devices, like the phone and her computer, and at that point, there was no more movement. The investigation found that Brian killed Gabby and moved her body to where it was found. On the 28th, Brian had left from the Sprint Creek area and had hiked up north towards the Coulter Bay camping area. Along the way, he was taking photos. Some of them were scenic, but he was also taking a lot of pictures of bones of animals that were deceased. On the 29th, there was cell phone tower data that showed at 1:20, he calls his mom, Roberta, and has about a 55-minute call. His father then contacted an attorney. They continue having calls back and forth with each other until about 3:30 in the afternoon. Information from the phone companies show that as Brian is hiking, text messages are being sent to Gabby's phone, which was back at the Sprite Creek area.
Hi, my name is Miranda Baker, and on August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park.
5:55 on the 29th, Brian was picked up by Miranda Baker, and they began giving him a ride south towards Jackson. At around 6:30 or 6:45, Brian was picked up by Norma Jean, and she gave him a ride to the entrance to the Sprite Creek camping area, where he had left the van. Text messages to Gabby's phone are not read until Brian gets back to the Sprite Creek area where Gabby's phone was left.
The activity between the two phones was almost instantaneous.
On August 30th,
Hello.
he departed from Wyoming to travel back to Florida. A text message is sent from Gabby's phone to her mother's phone, requesting that the mom speak to the grandpa because the grandpa had been contacting Gabby. He stops at gas stations, through credit card records. We know that he uses Gabby's.
Why you caught me?
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna answer.
Action
On September 23rd, a federal arrest warrant was issued for Brian.
Hey, watch this documentary.
That says, "Goodbye, Brian. I'll never ask
Oh,
you
nice.
again." It's for 700.
Hold on, let me see. I need to go back a little bit. Sorry, you guys. That was my husband calling me. He gonna be late.
Messages are being sent
Work
to
is
Gabby.
late. He gonna be at work late, or he's working late rather.
Hi, my name is Miranda Baker, and on August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park.
5:55 on the 29th, Brian was picked up by Miranda Baker, and they began giving him a ride south towards Jackson. At around 6:30 or 6:45, Brian was picked up by Norman.
How terrifying is that to know? But it's a very common thing in that community to hitchhike and help people out because people hike and get stuck. But like you just gave a like he just finished offing his girl and now he was getting a ride with you. Like I would be traumatized.
The activity between the two phones was almost instantaneous. Brian was holding both phones and talking directly to himself. It was apparent that he was trying to create an alibi.
On August 30th, Brian departed from Wyoming to travel back to Florida. A text message is sent from Gabby's phone to her mother's phone, requesting that the mom speak to the grandpa because the grandpa had been contacting Gabby. He stops at multiple gas stations. Food.
What's up, MJ?
Uses Gabby's debit card to pay for gas. Also on the trip, there's a Zelle transaction from Gabby to Brian that says, "Goodbye, Brian. I'll never ask you for anything again," and transfers $700 from Gabby's account to Brian's account. And we know Gabby was deceased, and this was Brian using multiple devices to send this to himself. What this did is it goes from him being a missing person to now making him a federal fugitive.
On September 23rd, a federal arrest warrant was issued for Brian.
Last chance. I should need to come now, baby. It's not phone.
Breaking news, authorities just issued an arrest warrant for Brian Laundrie.
The FBI is asking the public for help in finding him.
We had over 4,000 tips generated just to the FBI alone.
Someone just showed me this on YouTube. A person ducking up and down on this video.
And a lot of people are saying that it looks very similar to Brian Laundrie.
The lady who took this photo said he ran to the woods as a police car drove by.
A possible sighting of Brian Laundrie in Ocala, Florida.
Dog the bounty hunter joined the search for Brian Laundrie.
I know the kid knows me. Probably one of my fans. We get a scent of a trail. We get a scent he's done.
In order to find out what happened next, we need to retrace Brian's steps. On the morning of September 14th,
Which she already was saying that. What you talking about, Justin? You talking about the cop?
Car in the park for a substantial amount of time. They reported that to the Northport Police Department. They ran the plates and it turned out it was the Laundrie's car. After learning about the car being ticketed, the Laundries picked up the car from the park and drove it back home.
Right. The mom was like, this text message ain't right.
They informed law enforcement that the park where the vehicle was found was one of Brian's favorite places to go hiking. We learned that Brian told the laundries that he was going for a hike to relieve some steam from the pressure of the people in the crowd that had collected outside of the laundry's house. He had taken a backpack full of hiking equipment, a tent, food. They believed he was going to return. It wasn't uncommon for Brian to go hike and stay out in the woods for a couple days. It was for this reason that the laundries did not contact police about the car, because they were holding out that he would return home.
And police are now admitting they lost track of Brian Laundrie after they confused him for his mother.
On
The
September 18th,
family, his family is wild.
Mustang was found.
His family
It was
are
not
like straight like gangsters. Not gonna.
in the Carlton Reserve, essentially create one giant park. It's approximately 40 square miles, so over 20,000 acres. You're gonna stand the trail thinking that
The sisters response. They put their best agents on you. Like
we had volunteer agencies out there.
no, they not off. They own. They know exactly what they doing.
Everybody wanted to be a part of this search. We had drones trying to locate just any activity that we could see, maybe some wrappers on the ground, maybe a heat signature. We had dogs that were picking up some scents, but they were being attacked by alligators. We also had weeks of rain. So the park had completely flooded out, and the areas to be searched were literally waist deep or up to your chest. We had people walking through that for weeks trying to locate Brian.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Nah.
The park managers opened the park to the public. It had been closed because of the flooding. We were informed that the laundries were going to go to the park as soon as it opened to try to locate Brian. Law enforcement also went out there.
What's up, Ronnie?
The laundries began their search approximately at 7 a.m. in the morning. They knew where their son liked to hike. They knew where he liked to camp out there. There was so much tension in the air. They did not emote.
I mean, what's like they were trying to find him though, so they must not be with the stuff. Like it appeared to be like they trying to find him too. Like what's going on?
To the laundry search, Chris Laundry found the waterproof bag that belonged to Brian. "45 minutes after that, Brian's remains were located. It was approximately a mile from where he had parked his car.
Remains.
His belongings were still there. His clothes were still there. His shoes were still there.
Did he did he hurt himself?
But he had completely decomposed all the way down to the bone. The autopsy report later determined that the cause of death was suicide by a gunshot wound to the head.
his parents found his remains. That blew my mind. I didn't even believe it. I thought it was like fake news. I was like, what do you mean? This makes no sense.
The fact that his
To be honest, I just wanted
parents found him is crazy.
when we found his remains, their answers went out the door.
I know you have a lot of questions, but we don't have all the answers yet. We are working diligently to get those answers for you.
Inside the waterproof bag were pictures of Brian and Gabby. There was also a waterproof notebook that Brian had written in. He wrote multiple letters to his family, mostly to say that he loved them and to say goodbye to them. There was a story in there leading up to what happened to Gabby.
Not one of the versions of Brian's account was accurate by the findings of Gabby's autopsy. The sole cause of her death was strangulation and nothing remotely or even close to what he said. Brian wrote in his letters expressing wanting to come to New York, come to Long Island to confront me and to confess what he did so that we could take care of him.
I always found it odd that he wrote in there, leave my parents out of this. They didn't do anything wrong.
I think the burn after reading letter from Roberta is disgusting. I personally love my mother, but I'd be very concerned if she sent me a letter like that.
The first time we saw that letter, we were just so in shock and angry that how could she write this letter? It's just disgusting.
Made me sick to my stomach.
You told him, I'll bring you a shuttle to help bury the body? Wow.
We still don't know the extent of Brian's parents' involvement. But what we do know is that on August 29th, Brian made a flurry of calls to his parents. They contacted each other multiple times. We learned that he told them Gabby was gone and that he needed a lawyer.
We found out Brian made a frantic phone call to his parents that Gabby is gone and he needs help.
At which point his parents
And they
wanted
sent the help.
They contacted their attorney and wrote him a big check and said that they didn't know anything.
I ain't gonna lie, his daddy looked like he in the mafia.
Gonna throw $25,000 of your hard-earned cash out on a lawyer from fucking Wyoming? And you're telling me you didn't ask where she was? That's some bullshit. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't think the amount of money they paid her attorney would be for anything less than to represent somebody for murder.
Agreed.
We knew at that point we weren't ever going to get remotely close to the answers that we were hoping for. Because the only two people that truly knew what happened.
I mean, but you can get your answers in the negatives. So, like, maybe they're not telling you exact details, but you can pretty much, like, he offed her. The parents got the lawyer. The parents was trying to make sure he, you know what I'm saying, was represented in jail because they figured he was gonna get caught up. And before that jail process happened, he off himself.
Also very close with Gabby.
Now, why he did it, I don't think the parents might not even know the why.
You grieve every day. You can smile. The pain is always there.
Yeah, that's crazy. To lose a loved one like that is tragedy. Tragic.
To visit Tetons and Spread Creek. Good to go. Check it out. We decided as a family that we all wanted to go visit the spot where Gabby was found. We wanted to take Gabby's siblings. We also brought Jackson and Rose.
As soon as I landed, the only words coming out of my mouth was, "Oh my gosh," because of how beautiful it was.
Spread Creek. Beautiful day here.
Hi, Naomi.
Once we got to where Gabby was, you could feel her presence and her spirit there. It was just such a beautiful moment. I brought Gabby's ashes. The kids all kind of walked around and found different areas to throw Gabby's ashes.
Gabby's the younger sister, and I did ours together. And it was so hard, but it was so exactly what Gabby would want.
It was just really healing to be with everybody, and we truly felt close to Gabby that day. I have a photograph, a huge orb in the middle. I don't know if people believe in that, but there's an orb there, and I know that Gabby was there with us.
Although we lost Gabby, many other people have been saved because of her.
We get messages saying, "Hey, Gabby's story is what made me leave my boyfriend. I got help and I'm doing what I can." And it is beautiful and heartwarming.
We started the Gabby Petito Foundation. So we wanted to bring attention to the dangers and the signs of domestic violence, more awareness, prevention.
Yeah, man. DV is crazy.
The foundation page. What do? I need help. And there is a literal help button on that page. You can click on it and it will guide you to the right resources.
This story is unique, but I will tell you that there are so many other people out there missing, and they are important too. So my work is important. Victims' lives are important.
I have spoke with many families who are still looking for their missing loved ones. And that
I don't know if I can say I liked it.
Petito's story has renewed debate about which cases get attention and the media's seeming infatuation with missing white women.
Imagine the men, women, and children in the community where Gabby Petito went missing, who know that for the last 10 years, more than 700 Indigenous people have gone missing and nobody has said a word. And one missing white woman turns up in their backyard and the world pays attention.
When I heard that, my initial reaction wasn't a positive one. Saying Gabby's color was the reason, I was taken back by that.
This isn't saying that Gabby Petito is not important. What it is saying is that there's an overrepresentation in media when white women go missing and an underrepresentation in media when Black, Brown, and Indigenous women go missing. So,
and then,
Yeah, Netflix is Netflixing.
89,000 active missing person cases at the end of last year, and 45% of those were people of color, and only a fraction of those cases were even covered on the news.
The media is very powerful. When everybody knows their face, it makes a real difference.
The domestic violence bill is sailing through the Capitol with huge support, including the backing of Gabby Petito's
I feel like that dang unknown number, the unknown number, bizarre. I feel like with this one, it's an unfortunate situation. I think because they were social media people that made it more like more scandalous because of their social media presence.
I believe she would still be here.
I think that's the reason why it got so much media coverage was because of their social media kind of presence and the community that they were a part of. I really don't think that it was like
She's not with us.
I don't really think that it was like a racial thing. Like I don't like I feel like that's just an excuse. People would be mad, but I feel like
Every time I get upset about missing her, I hear her voice in my head say, Mama.
I just feel like it's an interesting case to make a documentary of when there was
She just wants me to think.
like there really wasn't more information or evidence provided in the documentary that wasn't already like publicly on social media, probably. I just feel like the structure of it, the fact that they did it in three parts is weird to me. I feel like the way that they tried to like we still don't know this like I feel like they're making it like, oh, this was like this ridiculously abusive domestic violence relationship
Biggest
when there was only one documented like incident. And I'm still very curious because I feel like there's still a lot of unknown. And I'm just very curious in the dynamic of the relationship. The only police report that we have is the report where she she said she was the aggressor. Not one time did she say he hit her. So that's weird to me. And so I don't like that the documentary is pushing this narrative without evidence. Obviously, he took her life. And so because he took her life, they can paint him to be however they want him to be. Because, yeah, man, you kind of lost that right. I just don't feel like I don't feel like everybody who does like the stuff that he does, there's all these different signs before it. And I feel like once like people know that he took her life, then they start trying to connect all these dots. Like, oh, see, we knew the whole, and it's like, did we really know that's the whole time? Or did he just snap? Like, was he this abusive person and they had this horrible abusive relationship the whole time? And then it led up to it doesn't seem like it was this build up. It doesn't seem like there was this buildup of events, and then it seems like he just like it just seems like it was out of nowhere, kind of. I don't know how to explain it. He said, "No, he was framing." Yeah, I just feel like it's confusing, and I feel like I just don't like how the documentaries be like trying to like I don't know, like they always be like paint like that. Maternal instinct was crazy. Exactly, Justin. Exactly. That maternal instinct was crazy. The crash was crazy. Have you seen that? Ooh, I just got chills. That was ugly. Have you seen the What Jennifer Did? Um, documentary. I feel like that's one I'm gonna want to watch.
What's going on?
I think I started watching it. Do you think is ever justified? Do I think DV is ever justified? What? No, I don't think putting physical harm is self defense is one thing, but therefore the aggressor that's not justified. But no, defending yourself, sure, but like no, I don't think. Yeah, maybe next week we can watch the What Jennifer Did documentary. All right, y'all. Y'all already know it is very late for me. And I just found out hubby is gonna be still working. Hopefully he'll be home soon. So I'm about to KO and go to bed, y'all. Bye bye. Good night. Good night, Mark. I see you, Justin. I hope that your day got better being on the live. I am glad you stayed. I hope that you have a better day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You can always hit up me on comment on one of my shorts, and we can always chop it up. You feel me? Do you follow? Nah, nah. Who is that, Candy? The doggy mom? Who is that? Oh wait, that's is that your daughter's account? I think I do follow that. The one you sent me. I just realized who you were. Yeah, yep, got it. I realized who you were in a second. I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so used to your names being spelled with a Y, so it threw me off. Yeah, no, I didn't know who you were at first. No, the account that you sent me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think it was on Instagram or TikTok. All right, y'all. I think I did. I didn't follow it. Let me see. On Instagram? I thought I did. Yeah, 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 on TikTok. The Zoomy Doxy? Nah, that's something different. I got the Zoomy Doxy. That's not that's not Sophia dog though. Bay, I'm about to get off. Bayar, we don't get tired over baby. Oh, I gets tired. I gets tired. I get tired, sleepy, exhausted, and I goes to sleep. But in the morning, I'm not a night person. I'm not a night owl. I don't stay up late. That junk not for me. I like to go to bed and I like to wake up when the sun come up. So nah, I gets tired. I don't know about you. I'm a human. I need my rest. All right, y'all. Good night, Justin. Good night, Candy. Good night, Bayar. Good night, Sigma. Good night, Mark. Who else in the chat? Good night, Fully Baked. Good night, DP. Who just sent the coin? Who sent that gold coin? Thank you for the gold coin, Sigma. All right, y'all. Y'all already know my new live stream schedule. I'm gonna be back on live on Wednesday. It's weird. This is my first week not live streaming every day, so it's weird. If I get bored enough, I'm gonna hop on the live though. But y'all know I don't ever be bored, bro. I be doing. Oh, it's a Bay Area. Got you, got you, got you, got you. All right, Bayar. I like Bayar better. Can I call you Bayar? Bye, Bayar. Good night, you guys.